Good morning, Korea. You guys are tuning into What's Poppin' on TBS efm. Right now, actually, I should be on a plane or I've just landed in California, but I'm still here for you guys at the same time because you know why? I love being here. I love being your entertainer. That's what I do here for What's Poppin'. Anyways, you guys will figure out what I'm talking about with me being, I guess, MIA for a little bit, just for a week. But I'm still going to be here on What's Poppin' as well. You're going to be able to hear my voice all, hyping you guys up for the week as well. Right now, we're going to start off the song today with a song that we play here pretty much every day here. You guys are probably thinking, what song do you guys play every day? You're probably thinking, log into music, log into 101.3. No, we're not playing that song. Could you imagine playing that song for 3 minutes? The As One girls over and over again. I'm not bad-mouthing As One. I love you, Min and Crystal. I'm just saying that song's too short to play for 3 minutes over and over and over again. But actually, we're talking about one of the songs that we play during Paparazzi. As you guys know, we actually use little clippets of songs for the Paparazzi segment theme song. And out of the little clippets, we have a song from Lady Gaga, one of Gaga's, I guess, bigger hits as well. And a lot of people who are Gaga fans know this song. I actually like this song very much. It's a great song. It's well written, well produced as well. So check it out, you guys. And listen very carefully as well because it's got to do with the word up word of the day. This is Lady Gaga with Paparazzi. That was Lady Gaga with Paparazzi. And you guys are tuning into What's Poppin' on TBS EFM. Hey, what's up? This is What's Poppin' with Brian Jew. We're on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how do you get in contact with us? It's pretty simple. You can send us a text at sharp or pound 1013 for a charge of 51, or send us a tweet at TBS What's Poppin', or send us an email at efmpoppin@gmail.com. You can also send us a Kakao Talk message if you add TBS EFM as a plus friend. And the best part about that, you can send us messages, videos, pictures, all that good stuff for free. Yeah, that's the best part, of course. No one wants to pay anymore. Also, I want to remind you guys that our next open studio this week, or not this week, for next week's open studio, August 1st, Thursday. Yes, I know last week or this week we had it on Tuesday, and the following coming up week, we're going to actually have it on a Thursday. I know a lot of people are thinking, okay, it's going to go back to the normal Wednesday schedule. No, we will air it on Friday, but next week's open studio will be pre-recorded on Thursday, August 1st. So if you guys are tuning in right now, spread the word so people don't get confused. That's once again, Thursday, next week, August 1st, 11 a.m., be here at TBS EFM by 10:45 a.m., of course. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask us and email us at efmpoppin@gmail.com, and Mr. Eugene Huang will get you all situated. But once more, clarification, Thursday, August 1st will be our next open studio. Thank you, guys. And now it's time for the word up, word of the day. Alrighty. So the first song of the day was Lady Gaga with Paparazzi. Now, it's a great song if you ask me personally. But no, our word of the day is not paparazzi. That'd be too easy because we talk about paparazzi all the time here. Now, who does a paparazzi follow around? Of course, Brian Jew. What are you thinking? Just joking, y'all. No. I have no paparazzi. That I don't know about, but from my personal experience, I haven't seen paparazzi here in Korea. There's not that many paparazzi in Korea. But in general, who does the paparazzi follow? Celebrities, yes. And what are celebrities also known as? Superstars. Yes, so today's word up word of the day is going to be superstar. Now, superstar is like someone who's more famous than famous. Does it make sense to you guys? More famous than famous? Yes, you can be famous, but if you're more famous, you're considered a superstar. So an example would be Avril Lavigne, famous. Madonna, superstar. Bruno Mars, famous. I put him up in the superstar category sometimes, but Michael Jackson, superstar. Eugene Huang, don't know why he's even on this list. Brian Jew, superstar. Just joking. I just wanted to make a comparison with me and Eugene as a jokey joke. Don't get mad. Eugene's probably, biting his tongue, and I should have written my name in the script, but, I just wanted to make a joke. But, you guys got the example. So basically, Superstar, whatever songs you guys can think about superstars, or, if you guys even want to talk about a superstar situation, I met a superstar before and they treated me a certain way, make sure to email us or tweet us about your experience. And right now we're going to talk or play a song for you guys. It's one of my ghetto songs that I love growing up to. I grew up with, of course. This is Proswell featuring ODB and Maya with Ghetto Superstar. Once again, that was Ghetto Superstar by Praz, ODB, and Maya. Great song. Now, coming up on today's show, it's Thursday, so that means Eugene will be here for Poppin' News with some of the craziest true stories going out in the world today. I know one place he's going to choose to get the news from. We all know, because crazy things happen there a lot. I'm not just saying only that state, but crazy things happen. It just happens there for some funny reason. Anyways, when you think of the word superstar, so many songs come to mind, but probably none were quite as good or as well known as this next song. And it comes from the Carpenters, a brother-sister duo who were really popular in the 1970s and 80s, of course, before the tragic death of Karen Carpenter, who many people say had the greatest voice, I guess, of her generation. And a lot of you might be saying that this kind of stuff is really old, but like I always say, age ain't nothing but a number. It's just 2 digits, 3 digits if you're old enough, I guess, if you live in the hundreds. Anyways, good music is still good music, and it lasts for many, many years. So check this out. This is the Carpenters with Superstar. Once again, that was Superstar by the Carpenters. Now we're going to do something a little bit different, a little throwback moment for you guys. It's time for Musical Thursday. Yes, we are a music program, so we're going to do Musical Thursday. Now, today's musical, it came out a long time ago, and it was a bit controversial because the religious theme and its portrayal of Jesus Christ. Now, some churches thought it was a bad representation of him, but on the other hand, there were other churches who thought the portrayal was pretty good. And the musical we're talking about today is Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay, I know we're not the driving anymore, and you guys are thinking musicals, movies, TV shows. No, we're talking about music. And musicals are music as well. And this is a very, very good song, of course. And a throwback moment for you guys, especially for those of you guys who miss the drive-in. I miss it. It started me off in this business anyway, so of course I'm going to do this for you guys. So right now we're going to play a track from the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't know why I want to do that little theme thing from Ghetto Superstar. But in my eye, the biggest superstar in the world of all time is Jesus Christ. Of course, G-O-D, of course, God himself. But we're going to play the song for you guys. It's the cast of Jesus Christ Superstar singing the song Superstar. It's a great song. And I'll be back after the break with Paparazzi and Eugene Huang. Check it out, y'all. You guys now are listening to What's Poppin' on TBS efm, and we'll be right back with the second half of our show. Welcome back to What's Poppin'. And normally right now it'd be the paparazzi time, but today we're actually gonna give you guys updates on news and I guess events that's gonna come up in Korea. Because technically, I'm not here in Korea right now. It's actually Monday and we're pre-recording for you guys. Just letting you know in advance. For those of you guys who are seeing tweets from me from the States, you guys are probably like, what's going on? But yes, we're gonna give you updates for the upcoming events that are gonna happen in Korea. Yes. Now tomorrow, that's Friday the 26th, it starts the day start of the 3-day Ansan Valley Rock Festival. Unfortunately, I won't be here to watch it. Of course, I wanted to, but I'm not here right now. And at the festival, you can see 9 Inch Nails, The Cure, Skrillex, My Bloody Valentine, Vampire Weekend, Fun, Stereophonics, Steve Vai, Coheed and Cambria, Gukenston, Polyphonic Spree, Third Line Butterfly, Romantic Punch, The Solutions, Daybreak, Dear Cloud, Galaxy Express, Nell, Yellow Card, Pia, Hoo Hoo, Remnants of the Fallen, and many, many more. I left out some names because I couldn't pronounce them, but there's going to be a lot of rock groups. Now, if rock music isn't your thing, on Saturday and Sunday, you can also check out the World Hip Hop Festival, which also I'm going to miss, of course. And the lineup is cray cray. On Saturday, we got The Game, The Dog Pound, Ray J, Benzino, Doki. And if you don't know Benzino, he actually featured on my album with Can't Stop the Korean version. He rapped on the Korean version of the track. So support my boys, Benzino and Doki, of course. Doki's a very talented rapper himself. Sunday, we got Busta Rhymes, Benzino, Verbal Gent, Doki, San E, Palauto, and Be Free. All these cray rappers are going to be there. Busta Rhymes, you know, he's a OG right there, you know. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Woo-ha! You know, bust around. That's crazy right there. I wish I was there with y'all, but I can't be there. So you guys have to be there and have a great time in honor of me. And hopefully I'll get to do one of these Hip Hop World Festivals with these dudes one day on stage. But tickets for both of these events are still on sale, or at least that's what I've heard. So if you want to find out more about ticket sales, go online, I guess Google, Naver, whatever you want to do, and check out where these tickets are sold and how much they are for. I can't give you details on that because I don't know exactly as well. But I think both events are worth going to, especially if you're a rock and hip-hop lover. Somehow you can do Friday show and Saturday and Sunday show. If you can afford it, go for it, because it's going to be redonkulous. It's going to be off the heezy fo sheezy. And now, since I said fun's going to be in Korea tomorrow, we're going to play a song for you guys, a fun track by the group called Fun. The song is called We Are Young. Welcome back to What's Poppin', and now it's time for Poppin' News with your man, Eugene Huang.
What's up, Brian?
What's up?
How you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah, you sound very different when you have coffee. I mean, you sound really peppy.
The sad thing is, if I really drank like a double shot of espresso or something like that, I'd go cray-cray. But I only had a half cup of coffee.
Yeah?
And
I just had a lot too, so I'm kind of on the edge also.
But coffee doesn't make me wired. I think it's because after, since we are recording right now, but after the morning live show, I'm more awake.
Oh, that's true.
That's what it is.
Because when you just get in, you're kind of tired. That makes sense. Yeah.
So if we had like a 12 o'clock show, I'd be like, oh, what's up, buddy? What's poppin'?
Yeah, usually when we do that, it's the open studio. So, of course, everyone is really excited to see you. You get a little crazy. Olivia gets a little crazy.
I get a little excited to see me, too.
No, if you guys have never been to the open studios before, you should really come check it out.
It's fun.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So before we get into the news, I wanted to talk a little bit. You said, paparazzi doesn't really follow you in Korea, but I've been out to lunch with you sometimes where people like secretly take pictures of you, or not so secretly.
I wouldn't consider that paparazzi, though.
I guess not, but I mean, it's funny. They won't come up and ask you, hey, can I get a picture? They'll just like take a picture of your face.
See,
like, I'm from the other table, you know.
I'm for that and against that half.
Yeah.
Because I've been in the States where I've seen. I mean, I work in the celebrity, I guess, work life, lifestyle.
Yeah.
And one time I was in California and I saw Jennifer Lopez.
Oh.
In I think it was Melrose.
Nice.
And I kind of did the same thing from afar because I was too afraid to just go up to her, but like, hey, J-Lo, I'm a big fan, blah, blah, blah. Can I take a picture with you? Because sometimes you don't want to bother them.
That is true.
So that's why, in a way, keeping distance and, taking a picture is actually, in a way, I think is more respectful. And that's how I see it with other people, for me, in my shoes as well. Like, if I'm out with my friends, I'd rather just, sometimes just focus on being with my friends, and then these people are probably respecting that and keeping their distance. But then sometimes when I catch them do it, that's the funny part.
Yes. Because they'll try to cover it with their hand, oh, I'm not taking your picture.
Or they'll do like a self-camera thing and have my head in the corner.
Right.
And if you do it that way, now that's not good, because later on you show your friends, if you do show your friends, you can be like, hey, look who I took a picture with. And your friends are going to be like, you look creepy.
Yeah, and also you're not taking a picture with that person.
And you can't even tell if it's me or not, if my head's like the size of a pin or something.
All right, so shall we get into the news?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, the first news comes from the Huffington Post. This is an interesting story. There's a girl in England. She was 3 years old, and she has this disease that made her unable to talk.
Oh,
they called her a mute person. The disease is called GLUT1 deficiency.
Okay.
But they found a very interesting cure for that. Do you want to know what the cure was?
GLUT1?
Yeah, for GLUT1. There's a cure for it. For her, in her case, she has to eat 4 tubs of cream cheese per week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but she eats the 4 tubs of cream cheese and now she can talk. So that's pretty amazing, right?
In her case, it's amazing, but oh my gosh. Could you imagine eating 4 tubs of cream cheese?
I don't think I would really hate that. It's probably not very healthy for you, but...
How big is a tub? How would you...
Well, I mean, I guess a small one, like around, I don't know, like...
Like the Philadelphia brand?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, I couldn't eat that.
Well, I mean, you're not eating it just straight. You're putting it
But I'm pretty sure she's eating it straight.
Yeah, maybe she is. Maybe she is. But, if she has to go through 4 of them a week, you probably have to eat it straight. But her mom said the amount of cream cheese she goes through is mad, but worth it. Really has been our saving grace. She loves the stuff and piles it on crackers.
Okay, crackers. Okay.
Yeah,
and bagels
the first time I heard my baby say, "Mom, It was just wonderful. She's British, so we got to put the British accent.
Mummy, I want more cream cheese.
So according to one of the Centers for Disease Control, or they said that GLUT1 affects 26 people in the UK, and while there is currently no cure for the disease, a diet high in fats can help the victims because it allows your brain. The reason the disease exists is the glucose in your bloodstream doesn't go to your brain exactly the right way. So if you eat lots of fatty food, it can convert your fat into energy, which allows you to speak. So in this case, fatty food is good for her. But I don't know if that's necessarily going to be good for
everyone, the
rest of her body when she gets older. But if it helps her to speak right now, that's really good, you know?
Okay.
I mean, there are some things where people say that's bad for you, you shouldn't eat it. But, you know, later on,
This is a good case. This is a different case, of course. This is when something bad can come out and be something good.
Originally, she was diagnosed with epilepsy, actually, but that was a miscast of the diagnosis because I guess she had a seizure in the waiting room of the hospital, right? And they said, oh, she probably has epilepsy. But later they found out it was this GLUT1 disease. So cream cheese has helped her. So it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Next story comes out of the great state of Hawaii.
Oh, a new state.
Yes.
This
isn't trifling or anything. This is actually an amazing story.
Okay.
So there's a man, he's fishing. I mean, people do that in Hawaii. He caught a fish so big that it actually tipped his boat over.
What, did you catch a whale or something?
He caught a tuna. The tuna was 230 pounds.
Holy!
Yes. He was using a fishing rod, a normal fishing rod.
Yeah.
And he's reeling it in. And, you know, tuna are really big and strong. So the tuna was so strong that it was able to flip his boat over, and they needed the Coast Guard to go and rescue him, you know?
Wow.
So the guy's
230-pound tuna?
Yes. He's 54 years old. His name is Anthony Wichman, and he caught the fish about 10 miles southwest of Port Allen on the island of Kauai.
Wow.
Have you been to Hawaii?
I've been to Hawaii before.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
I've been there once.
So it was Friday morning of last week when he hooked the tuna. And the Coast Guard says that they were able to save him after his wife called him for help, or they called the Coast Guard for help. And according to the report, they were also able to save the fish.
Oh.
So they saved his boat, they saved him, and they saved the fish.
Wait, so
happy story overall.
Save the fish. He wasn't actually trying to catch a tuna to make some sushi or anything?
No, I mean, they saved the fish. I mean, he caught it, and he got to take the fish with him instead of letting it go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How much could you feed with 230 pounds of tuna?
That is a lot of tuna. If you imagine an average sushi plate, that probably is less than half a pound, right?
Wow, that one freaking tuna could feed like a whole restaurant.
Exactly. So,
wow.
Of course, I don't know if they're going to use the entire tuna for that. I mean, they might sell it to a cannery or something, but it's one person catching it. I'm sure he got a really, really good picture with it, you know? Have you ever been fishing before, deep sea fishing?
I haven't been deep sea fishing, but in Jersey, what we like to do is go crabbing.
Ah, right.
Right in front of my house.
Chicken necks and everything.
Yes, you get the little cages with chicken in there. And sometimes, not even chicken, like, you know, coming back from a background of an Asian family, sometimes we'll have deli meats that just go bad in the fridge.
Oh, right, but chickens like that,
Yeah, my mom that forgets crabs.
Yeah, crabs.
But my mom forgets to throw it away. We'll look at the expiration date like, Mom, this expired like a month ago.
Yeah.
I'll party. I was like, no. And me and my brother would use it for crab meat.
Let's use it as bait.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it always worked because I felt like rotten, I guess, the smell from the meats.
Yeah.
It was something the crabs liked. And then when you dump it into the lake or the whatever.
Yeah, they'll come and eat it.
The pond, and they'll come and eat it. But when I use chicken, we'll have like 2 or 3 crabs inside the cage.
Right.
But when you use like deli meats, I remember one time we had like 10 crabs just chilling in the cage.
That's amazing. I think the crabs in Maryland, you know, the crab is like a state, what do you call it? The representative food of the state, I guess, because we have the Chesapeake Bay and there's so many crabs.
Yeah,
so actually,
crab cakes.
That is my favorite food to make, actually. And I'm
crab
really
cake?
good at, not crab cake, just the steamed crabs.
What do you use for seasoning?
Old Bay.
That's not really cooking.
Yes, it is.
It's easy that way.
It is easy, but if you eat it, you
I thought you were going to be like, you put some oregano up in there, you put some
actually, if you use
the
Old Bay, you can actually make that yourself. But
Old Bay's easy. You can just get it at a convenience store or any shopping market or supermarket in the States.
That is true.
But how would you do it here?
And here, I have a stockpile of Old Bay in my house, actually.
Because my mom used to put beer in there.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah, when you steam it, because it actually loosens up the meat inside. So, yeah. No, in Maryland, crabs are so important that we even have a crab on the driver's license, like in the upper right-hand corner.
Seriously?
Yes. Like, that is if you ask, what is one thing anything about Maryland that you identify with Maryland, they would say, well, let me think. Of course, crabs. That would be it.
You guys heard it here first. Eugene has crabs on his license. Right now, we're going to play a song for you guys. This is Coldplay with Swallowed in the Sea. That was Coldplay with Swallowed in the Sea. Right now, we're talking about Poppin' News.
Yes. We have one more story. Actually, I wanted to say I like Coldplay.
Great band.
I haven't really heard that much of them because I've not been into that music, but, just hearing the last song, they're pretty good.
They are great.
Okay, the next news, of course, comes from the wonderful, beautiful, sunshiny state of Florida.
Okay, cool. I thought you were going to say Jersey, but...
Is that sunshiny up there? I guess so.
It's very sunshiny.
New Jersey has like a bad reputation sometimes. Like people say,
I know everyone says it's the armpit of America, blah, 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 blah. But if you actually go to Jersey, it's actually really a great place.
Yeah, I will concur to that. I don't think it's really a bad place. The worst state I've ever been to, and no offense to people there, Alabama. Like some people, I couldn't even.
Never been there,
so
saying. I can't.
But it's not a bad place. But I didn't really necessarily like it. It wasn't my favorite place. I'll say that. Okay, this is coming from Florida. There was a police deputy who was facing a reprimand for. Let's see. He took Arizona iced tea and Skittles to work.
Okay.
To make a statement. Does that make sense to you? The Arizona iced tea.
He took a beverage and some candy to work.
Yes, but specifically that brand of tea and that brand of candy.
But why?
Okay, well, that is what Trayvon Martin was holding in his hands when he was, we have to say killed accidentally.
Oh, my gosh. So he was making a stand or something. Okay.
Yes. The purpose of this was because he wanted to tell all his coworkers that they need to convey a sense of professionalism during the emotional and lengthy trial by making that statement. But I think he probably had some good intentions, but it sounded like he was actually kind of rubbing it in, I guess. So, good idea, good coming from a good place, but, bad execution.
Exactly.
Too early. So
way too early.
I don't know. I think it was a bad move, but, I appreciate the gesture, I would say.
But, a lot of people do that in life.
Right. But, I think a lot of people probably would have had more tact than to bring that and say, hey, we need to make a message during this difficult time. You don't need to rub it in about that particular case because that's a very, very divisive case in America right now. It's still hot on the news and the buzz. People are still talking about it, protesting, I can't really say it's divided upon racial lines because there's a lot of white people that also disagree with it, and there are a few black people that agree with it. So, it is a divisive issue, but it's one that America's just going to have to get through.
True. Well, thank you once again for all the news that you brought with us today.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, it is time for us to wrap up our show. But we want to thank everybody for tuning into What's Poppin' today. And Eugene, of course, for all the poppin' news. The last song of the hour. What's the last song of the hour, Eugene?
This is Kelly Clarkson with the song All I Ever Wanted.
All right. And we'll be back tomorrow with This is Brian Jew.
Eugene Huang.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.